Eagles were one of the best offenses in the NFL, and they ran really well and often in the red zone. So sure, his cut of the pie in terms of red zone scoring opportunities is going to be significantly larger in Carolina. That pie is going to be so much smaller. You are really hoping that the offense picks up, not this coming year, but like the next year and the year after that. And even then, like, it will get better and better, and it still won't reach the level of the Eagles because the Eagles were incredible last year. So I think he's like a fine running back going to a significantly worse situation. The best thing he can hang his hat on is maybe probably not as many scoring opportunities, frankly. So I think for him, it's awesome that he got a 4-year deal in a market right now that is just punishing for running backs.
How did he
came off
your deal?
I think it was like probably the best running back in the class.
He was.
I think I'd rather have Penny, man.
I would rather have
Penny.
Well, I mean,
you'd rather have Penny
if we're
turning off injuries on Madden. You'd rather have Penny.
But I mean, like, don't you want the guy who on his best day is like clearly better? Because running backs,
but you also want the guy who on his average day is still on the football field.
Yeah.
No, I don't, because I can play Boston Scott on those days. So I'm fine.
I think we don't think like the NFL does though. Like,
well,
of
what
course,
a surprise. Crane's all in on the legendary upside of Rashad Penny.
I think it sounds like both Crane and I will get to gushing about the Rashad Penny sign for what they got him at. Is crazy. Like, you shouldn't be able to get a player of his talent, even if his talent only appears 6 times a season or whatever, in terms of the amount of games he plays. But looking at it from the NFL's perspective, he was clearly the top running back in this free agency class. So I get why I get why he got more money than anyone else over 4 years. I'm happy for him. I just think from a fantasy perspective, this is not going to be that interesting. I don't think he's going to score as many times. Like Corinne said, he's not the type of pass catcher that is going to force the issue. They will have no problem taking him out on third downs if that's what they choose to do. I'm probably not going to be interested in him.
I mean, it was going to be worse even if he stayed in Philadelphia, because the Eagles are going to be regressing off of how many ever. They scored a ludicrous amount of rushing touchdowns last year. So it would have been regressing even in Philadelphia. It's going to be regressing on the team with a rookie quarterback. But it could have been a lot worse for Miles Sanders. He'll be a really interesting ADP case because he's going to be someone people are going to be looking for reasons not to draft.
Right.
To the point where maybe his ADP can get to, you can create reasons to draft him.
That's sort of what I'm hoping for. What I'm projecting here is that people will say, go into a much worse situation. He got lucky with the touchdowns, not involved in the passing game, this and that. So I'm good. I can see myself, the way I construct teams, I can see myself dabbling with some Miles Sanders, maybe getting a little.
Denny will have full exposure to Miles Sanders in 2023 because
he'll be my RB1 on every single team.
I'm seeing an ADP of 93 right now. Where do you think he settles? You guys, and you like him there?
I would like him at 93. I think he'll go higher than 93 now that he has a team. I think people probably thought he was going to end up with a bad organization. I mean, I guess maybe he did.
But like,
the coach,
if the Panthers don't count, who does?
A bad org, good coach.
No. Hey, the Panthers are on the right track. Finally, they really are. I think Panthers should be the odds-on favorite.
If they trade down again, which I think there's no way that's actually true.
That would be all time. The only way the trade down makes sense, not to derail us, is that everyone kind of assumes the Texans like Bryce Young, and they're like, oh, maybe we could recoup a 3rd-round pick or whatever. They're not trading down. This is garbage.
No, that's not happening. But I think Frank Reich likes his running backs. Okay, the team it's a good offensive staff. There's going to be an upgrade at quarterback. Last year, that offensive line in the second half of the season, I'm not sure how intact they're going to remain going into 2023, but that offensive line was just crushing teams. Like Deontay Foreman and Chuba Hubbard were running roughshod.
Crazy.
I wish we could go back in time to like 2011, 2012, and then we get this is the Frank Reich found his next Jonathan Taylor, and we could just take 0 Miles Sanders in the 2nd round. But yeah, I think in the 7th or 8th round, he seems fine.
So he's going in the 8th round right now. I get the feeling it's going to creep up, probably like the 6th or something, just because he's going to clearly have the 2 down.
Yeah.
You think of the 6th? Yeah, I'd be out of the 6th round. I do think the ADP will probably creep up because he's going to be the clear lead back.
I'm probably not taking where he's going right now, frankly.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, okay, respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.